Hello viewers and welcome to Moist Tea Gaming. Thank you for joining. I do hope you know what you've clicked on. Yes, that is right. The new Manor Lords game has begun. This game is fantastic. It certainly looks like it's going to be. This is just a demo. That's all that is out currently. But it gives us a jolly good insight into what the entire game is about. Now, when you first click on the thing, you can change who you want to be. So I'm just going to go for Sir T. That'll do. I'll be this bloke here. You can change all of your crests. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. It's pretty, you can you can do a lot. Let's put it that way. Just going to do a pretty good overview of the game as it is currently, and we shall see, shall we? This game I've been had my eyes out on for a while. Anybody who's clicked on the video, I'm pretty sure you would have also had your eye on it for a while, or you wouldn't have known anything about it. So this is it. You begin. This is all you start with. Game looks absolutely beautiful. Zoom right in. Honestly, when I first had a look at this yesterday, before I decided I was going to do a video on it, I was absolutely gobsmacked. If your PC or laptop can handle it, I highly recommend having a look. It's just magnificent. So, yeah, we start off. I've even lost a village. Here we are. Isn't it just beautiful? All this can be used, I believe, at some point. This game is very similar to Banished. Oh, Banished vibes, should I say. That game tended to have a lot of bugs. There was another one called The Forest of Such and Such, which was very similar to Banished. I think this is just the next generation of games in that kind of department. So I'll try and make this video as brief as I possibly can. I could be here all day talking about this game. So first of all, the new message: establishing a foothold. There is a fire at the heart of every settlement. Blah 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 blah. Kind of sets a scene for what's going on. If you read that, just pause it if I'm going too quick. Again, I'm going to try and make this a brief video. Basically, construct a granary, log camp, hunting camp, and a storehouse. As things are, we have homeless tents because we don't have any houses or other built structures yet. They got 5 families, or just 5 men currently. The families come once you've built a couple of houses. You have an ox with a hitching post that is used for helping shufty things around. You've got some basic logs floating about and your basic supplies. This is what you start with. Yes, so what was it? We need roads. Yes, roads explained. Roads are a very nice feature in this. If you've ever had a look at this game previously, you would have noticed the roads are very unique into the previous similar sorts of games. So you do that, look, you bung it in, and the game automatically puts these little paths in. And as you get a few of these on the go, it just looks perfect. How easy is that? I've never seen that in any other game. It's a very nice feature. As you build your settlement, it looks glorious, which it did yesterday. Obviously, there's so much more to do yet in this game. I mean, they haven't even got some of the pictures in. Per se, not the communal oven. I don't know what that is yet. But yeah, the image still isn't even there yet. It's super early access, but the hype for this game is immense. So we'll start off first. Construct a granary. Where is that? Gathering. Oh, we need a logging camp as well. Yeah, we need wood. That would help. Can't build anything without wood. So there's a high density of trees here. I suppose I could bung it on this side. Uprooted trees. That means I need to destroy more trees to get it. I'm alright. I'll bung it there.
Let's get to work!
Oh, here we go. Unassigned peasants automatically work on construction. Yes. So while they're going to think about that, somebody uses the ox, start lugging some lumber around. Doesn't actually, I know it's only wood that it needs, but it only needs 2 wood to make this workforce. You can have 2 people currently working on it. Looking into it a bit more detailed, we've got, so you don't control individual people, it's more of a family. That'll be more explained as I get a few houses up and going. So you pick a family to work in it. So this logging camp, when it's, well, I'll tell you what, I'll pause it and skip it. So instead of skipping it fully, I've decided to place a storehouse here, which is just a warehouse for all your gubbins to go in. And a granary here, which stores your food. You want to do that fairly quickly, because currently your food is outside. And you'll soon have wet bread. Nobody will enjoy a wet bap, do we?
Is that this sun or fire above?
Yeah, he's a bit thick. I noticed,
Can I stay with his drink?
yeah, they only seem to have a few voice animations currently. They either seem to want beer or whinge about the sun being too hot. Bit strange, I do know. Obviously, it is super early access. By the looks of it, the building of buildings is quite nice currently. A lot more detailed compared to other games of the genre. It's just normally, if you just see it and it slowly goes up on its own, or that big bit is done and then that big bit is done. And this is very small pieces are done at a time, which is nice to see. So they're going to be building another part of it over here, which you'll see. I don't know what I noticed when I played this yesterday. A lot of them seem to stick around the campfire action and hammer it like so. So there's obviously some work. I mean, he's still hammering him, and they all seem to hammer the floor, and it seems to build up this building here. But that's all cosmetic anyway. Regardless, it looks beautiful when it is up and fully running. So you've got your families, I'll show you that in a minute. Total population, we've got 5 peasants. The burghers will be upper class and the artisans will be the social elite. Approval, I believe you can get kicked out. To avoid that, we're going to have to give them some homes at some point. Homelessness is a thing, but it's still very early on. Public order, crime, I've not got too far into it for that to be a big factor. Regional wealth isn't your own purse. That is wealth floating around. I can try and explain that later. Livestock, we've got 1 ox. So it looks like you can get your chickens, your goat, your sheep, your lambs. You can harvest the wool. You get the eggs off it. When you build houses, you can even have little veggie patches in the back. I can show you that. This is very important. Number of months before supplies run out. Yeah, you have to keep an eye on that one. But at least you've got some idea. I've noticed in many other games, it's either you don't. It creeps up on you. Say you're playing Banished. If you've ever played Banished, it creeps up on you that, oh my god, you have low food. Oh shit! No, you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? That's a very nice touch. And yeah, it gives the information of consumption. Whereas, yeah, food, there's lots of different types. Some of them aren't even named yet. So, meat, veggies, berries you can forge, veggies you can grow or stick them in the back of the house. I don't know what the other 2 are off the image alone. We've got salted meat, eggs, milk, which you can all get from the animals. Fuel, you've got firewood and charcoal. Firewood, obviously you're going to need for keeping your people warm. Timber for construction. Stone. You'll need a mining, what's it called for that? I can show you that later, but there's some deposits here. Tools, you need, that's a bit of a mucking about to get them. You need to go get iron. There's an iron deposit over here. So you stick a mine pit down here, you have to get the mine, then you have to build basically a smithy and then a blacksmith, and then you get tools. There's a lot of mucking about there. Material, they've already included flour, which you can grow. Pelts from hunting, which we need to place that building down actually. Leather, again from hunting, you can build a building which converts it to leather, then you can use it as clothing. I don't think they've got a building in there where the leather is then turned into clothing. It just seems to be leather, and people seem to do stuff with that, as far as I understand it as it currently is. Commodities, again, there's a few items such and such which doesn't tell you what it is yet, but it's there, showing that it's still in extremely early days. And equipment, there is military in this game, and there will be. That is going to be the most... What was that? Oh, I don't know. Well, one of the most exciting features, the medieval aspect of the whole game looks fantastic, as I'm sure you've all known. By if you've if you're watching the video, I'm pretty sure you would have already looked at it. So as the game works, logging camp. So you can, yeah, as I was saying before, you pick families to go in. Currently, we only have the men of the families here. It is medieval times. Men were of a higher social status in general. That's just how things were. So I presume that's why there's only men here in the very beginning, just to kick-start things off. So it says,
get to work.
It says add worker, but it's really a family. So the kids end up joining in, the wives end up joining in, and they will end up floating around going to it. So I've added one person to it currently, and you can click on them and see why they're going on. This guy's about to fell a tree. Looks a bit grumpy. I like his haircut. And he'll be out for a while. But no, overall it is beautiful. These constructions you can set higher priorities. So I'm going to want the granary. Oh, that's the only one I've got left now anyway. As I need to get that food into there. I also need a hunting camp. Resources on the game. So a forester's hut. I mean, not a forester's hut. A logging camp. Obviously, you're going to need trees. That's pretty bomb standard. But something like a hunting camp where you need a resource of, well, animals. Can we see? Yeah, they all seem to be a big bundle of them. There are loads of deer here. So if we click on the hunting camp, this area here is full of deer. So that is where they will then go. If I was to plonk it over here at a fair distance, I believe they then just go to the nearest one. But I'll make it closer just for ease of carrying things around. I don't want it to be uprooting any trees. That'll just be a pain in the ass, I think. I'll plonk it there and see what happens. We've got a good road connection going straight to it. We'll see what goes on there. So there's plenty of different other bits around. Berries. I don't actually have any berries around here. We've just got lots of animals on there. When I first had to go on this, I just got a few what they call harvesters. Forester hut? Oh, forger huts. I got a few of them floating around, and they provided for the people pretty well. I'm gonna have to get a couple of hunting huts though, I believe, to make sure the people are fed well. At some point, I'm gonna have to have a road up here, as that's the closest iron deposit. So, roads don't seem to cost anything. I'm literally just gonna whack that up there and see what happens. Oh shit! See what happens there. How easy is that? Look really nice. So it just seems to blend in with the environment really well. Yeah, the hunting could be a bit better, I suppose, as it's just a load of animals in there. When I'll speed this up. Oh, what was that? Construction finished. Granary. That's the storehouse. The storehouse is done. You're going to want to put somebody in there. They move the supplies. The granary is done. They're going to move the bread as that's now going to get wet bread, and which does deteriorate and go a bit minging.
There's no oval. Tomorrow, find a new home.
Yeah.
Or town.
Needs a house. We'll sort them out soon. What did he? We've not chopped down all them already. I think they're just... No, there's no way. No, they're just fallen trees from previous... whenever that was. Take it in. I mean, look, it's raining. Look at the detail. Just on the roads, even. They don't seem to be too wet. That could do with some improvement. But overall, the environment looks stunning. I've never seen anything quite like this. You can see it all on the roofs of the buildings. I think they've got some interior work to do on them. We can get those weeds out those tents. That certainly will help. Yeah, no, very good. Here's the ox. Swinging that log around like it's nothing. Just as it would, obviously. In progress. Right, we'll speed the game up. Exposed storage. Here we go. Yeah, so that's now going to be starting to move that around. Oh, we've done the first bit. Establish a foothold. So we have gained a granary, a logging camp, storehouse, and the hunting camp. We're going to want some people on the hunting camp. That is for sure. So with the hunting, currently there's 38 animals in there. So if you do a hunting limit, yeah, they'll stop hunting it at that limit, because if you kill them all and eat them, then there's going to be no food left, which isn't going to be ideal, seeing as this is currently the only food source I have. So I'm going to bung another one up here, because I don't want to be depleting that one too much, especially in these early days. New message. Your supplies are dry and secure, and the first stage of work is done. The stories your people tell around the fire are of the many dangers in the world, from beasts to blights, strange tales about foxes who go on pilgrimage, or small creatures who spin gold from sunset to sunrise. They tell the stories to put common names to their fears. Soon they'll teach these stories to their children. It is time to bring wives and children to the settlement, now that they can take shelter in proper homes. For your lands to prosper and grow, you'll need not only workers, but families. So there you go, that is what I was on about before. So construct a well, and I don't know what that is actually supposed to say. Burgage, I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Basically, 5 houses in a well. So up here, as I was saying about the families, it's not just the men, as which are currently here currently. We need this one, well. Now the well can only be built on valid underwater. Oh, here we are. You're about to run out of timber and block yourself. Make sure you have a woodcutter camp before placing it. I do have a woodcutter camp. I think that's just an initial warning. We'll be alright. It's gone. Right, a well, yes. Must be built on a water vein, water which flows underwater naturally. That's where it's going to be. So here we'll do. Get that done. However, I want this done first. Make that a higher priority. So we'll put that on high number 2. I believe that's how it works, because they all start at number 1. So I'm presuming if you want it as a higher priority, you just bung it up. I think the maximum is 9. I'm going to start zooming the game forward a bit, because I want to see, well, I want you viewers to see what it's like a little bit later on. We'll also get, well, we need more wood actually for a start. We need wood before we can do anything.
We need more men at the camp.
Yes, we do. So that storage dude is currently...
Time to find a good tree and soft ground.
Yeah, because you don't have a home yet. Oh, we know. So he's slowly moving all that, which is important. He's moving the food. When he's done doing that, oh yeah, he goes and gets it from there now, and then brings it back home. There you go. It's just brought 6 meat back. I'm actually going to wait until there's a bit more there, because otherwise we need more wood. I can
Come on, people, get
have his
to work.
family get more wood out, because as you can see, yeah, I'll show the viewers that usually. So I'm gonna have this area here as the main bits for now. So you don't build, you just don't bang it on like you normally would. Look at this. Oh, it's a bit different. So you build some corners. Oh, there's only enough for 3 there. Too steep. Right, okay, that doesn't work. Right, we'll try it over here, see if we can show you over here. Needs to be the first bit first. I want a garden. Right, so as you can see here, you do it in the right order and they face the right direction. So I can have 1 house there, which is a bit not very good. There you go, can have 4 there like that. Or if you make it just right, that star bit there means you can have an extension on it, like a backyard. This is going to cost me 8 logs, and I currently have 12. Oh, and I need another house on top of that as well, actually. Shit. Right, 1 second. Right, there you go. That's 5 houses. That will complete the objective. So, in that regard, I only need 1 person on the logging camp. You can go away, so I don't need you there anymore. And because 3 people construct things, you don't have a specific job for construction. And we're going to get another family in the hunting camp, because food becomes an issue soon if you don't be careful. In fact, turn that one off. I'll put it on the other one. Get these houses built. Where's everybody again? I think they're just doing it in bits. Food, 9 months food. We're alright for now, I reckon. That, you'll soon see, that drastically reduces as soon as we get some, well, the rest of the family's in.
Can I stay with his drink?
See, they're obsessed with beer in this. Which you can grow. You can grow it. Did I do the well? Yes, I did. So the well, they just go and get water out of it. Yet to see them actually do that, mine. So my approval has gone down. So no water access. We do have water access. Homelessness. Yeah, that's an issue, but we're dealing with that right now. Marketplace. I'll show you viewers that in a moment. Oh. Ah, no water access has gone down, so people must be having a drink. Show you this in a moment. Yeah, so the families are coming there. So, in this house, it was originally just the bloke. Now we have his wife and his kid, I presume? Does that actually tell you? Oh, you can change the name of them. I didn't know this. Just another dude, I think. Right, okay. Yeah, it's a family regardless. I don't think people breed as such. I think you just bung more houses in and more people turn up. In Banished and such, you did have to build more houses and your people produced more people that way as they shagged and popped babies out. But here, at the moment at least, they just rock up when you build more houses. So if I was to build another 5 houses, another 5 families would rock up. So now that's happened, if you look, fuel has gone right down to 5 months, and it was on what, 18 months just a minute ago? And we've got to get this one done yet. So in that case, we're going to need, no, not stall. There you go. No. Yes. Woodcutter Lodge. Chops down trees for firewood. Not for logs, for firewood. There's a difference. Don't fuck up by building this one in the beginning and not that one, because you'll be screwed pretty easily by doing that. We can put this one up here because they'll gradually start popping that out. I mean, it doesn't cost much. Just one log. I mean, I'm sure we can always move it if needs be later down the line. Yeah, they're happy chopping away. They're happy chopping away. That house is needed done. I'm going to get someone in the granary to go collect that food, and someone in the storehouse to go and collect the pelts. Until you have enough people, it can become a bit, just trying to jiggly people around. However, now that... Oh, there's only one person there. 1 second. Is it up here? Oh, well, I don't know where the other people are. It is just a family that goes there, not one person. It did it in my last game anyway, so I'm not too sure now. I'm actually down to myself. So what do you think? Is it... Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We've just done that objective. New development point. Ooh, Lindorf is up here. Oh, that's where we are. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. As you build, it sticks it on the map on here. I forgot all about that. Isn't that a nice bonny addition to the thing? New message. As you walk the perimeter, surveying your village with pride, a woman walks past you. She's bent nearly double under a sack. You ask how long she's been walking, and she tells you it takes her half a day now to get all the food she needs to her family from the hunters and farmers that surround the village. It's only there. If only there were a marketplace where your people could acquire food, clothing and firewood, they would be happier to have more time for the work. Right. Yes, this is where the stall thing comes in. So, you build a little market area. Where's it gone? Well, market area. Alright, so probably going to have the majority of houses, I suppose, knocking around this area. So we can stick it at the end of the street. Yeah, that'll do. Market area there. If you've got OCD issues with games like this, I do apologise. I know it's a bit rough. It'll be right. My video, you can play it your way. I'm just showing you what the game is like. So you've got a few stalls. Food stall, a firewood stall and a clothing stall.
Let's go, people!
I'm going to build one of each. Basically, the food that is plopped around will go to these places if you do it right. And it provides easier access for your houses and your people. And if they're roaming around less to go get food and water and clothing and everything else, then they do some more work for you, so it makes sense too. I'm not sure how much of an effect it makes, seeing as the granary is closer than the market and the storehouse is literally across the road. I don't know, but that's the current mission. If you do find out, please let me know in the comments. I've not played this game for long enough to fully grasp everything. Storage full, firewood. Well, this guy here, the guy at the granary, he's filling all these things up anyway. So that kind of works. Yeah, that's fine. Clothing, we don't have any of that yet. Food stall, that's not there, but that's because we don't have... Well, we do have someone in the granary. He'll probably go and fill that up. He's probably just going to go and collect it from these other places first. Supplies, food and fuel is low. So we're going to need... Is that the logging camp? Which
Was there the sun or fire above?
Yeah, the guy doesn't know what planet he's on.
Let's get to work.
So logs wise, we've got 4 logs. We need fuel and food. Fuel is by the woodcutter lodge. We need food from the hunting camp. So storehouse, you can sort yourself out. We're in August now, so we better go and get these things sorted out, haven't we? Granary, you can go away as well. So we're going to get another hunting camp, sort of not hunting camp. Get some more of these animals up here. For Dindins, woodcutter lodge, that's firewood. We're going to get another one of them. We're going to have 1 spare. 2. What am I doing? Level 2. So this is what construct berg plot. Level 2. Yeah, so upgrade to leave 2. Level. I suppose that's level 2. As far as I'm aware, I don't know if you can do that yet. I think I've got a few years in game to do it though, so we shall see. This is what I was on about, where the back garden you can make it into a veggie garden or a chicken coop. We're going to make it into a veggie garden, and that produces food, so there's less reliance. I mean, you get people here producing their own food. Oh, so much nicer. It really is. And you'll watch, though, it's a bit late in the year now, but you'll watch them fiddle around with that and make something of it. You can grow crops through the winter, but it's a bit limited. So yeah, this is the basics. You can see the road system, how families work. To upgrade this, you basically need all the green ones. Faith, we need the church. Entertainment, the only entertainment I've found in game so far is the pub. But obviously for a pub, you're going to need ale and everything else, which is going to take a bit of faffing. So we'll see how we go. See if we can do it in this video or not. I might even make another one as a extended part 2 video. Just for the but yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. Right, viewers, if you would like to watch more of this game, I'll leave the video on your screen now. Please click it and you'll see how this progressed. If you are interested in knowing more, please like the video, then more people can see it. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe, and you will see how the thing goes. Later on, I will be doing lots of updates on this. I've been waiting for this game for a long time. Yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the next video. Cheers, bye-bye.